2, 1.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gray. I'm in the Group A Accelerator class with Brian Zheng and 5 other students. When we met Brian 5 months ago, we were kind of unsure who this new guy was that was coming to the Inventors Forum. I had formed a group with some friends, and we were working on our ideas, and we're really like pushing the design, because Inventors Forum, it's like, that's what you have to do for an invention, is really design it, and you design it well, and that means it'll do well, right? Well, Brian spoke one day, and I remember looking at my buddies after hearing what he was saying, and I was like, I had no idea all this stuff existed. We were like, this is game changing. What he was saying was stuff I'd never heard before, and I've been inventing for the past 20 years, reading books. I was in inventors programs, and he was saying stuff that I had literally never heard of before. And he was talking about, actually making money from your idea and jumping into the business part of it. Whereas I had been spinning my wheels, trying to just design my product over and over and over, and changing the design, and thinking if I designed the perfect product, then I was going to be a millionaire, because I would just put it on store shelves, and it would, people would buy it, or people would be knocking at my door because I had such a great product. And I realized couldn't have been more wrong. So Brian has taught us that there's so much more to the inventing process and bringing a product to the market. And now I say, the idea is actually the easy part. Coming up with the invention is actually the easy part. And so compared to what I've done in the past with inventing, I'd probably only touched about 5% of it. Real quick, I'll show you what my invention is. It's basically a Squeegee product, or a Squeegee attachments that will help get bugs off your windshield. It can also be used for windows on houses and buildings and things like that. Potentially even used on aircraft or like UPS trucks and stuff. Those are often washed with squeegees. But I don't want to talk too much about this. I really want to touch on like how much I learned with Brian, and how much I've done in the past 4 months or 3 months. It feels like it's been a year, because I've gotten so much done. So let's see here. So just to go through it, let's see. I'll just kind of list stuff off. We got barcodes, QR codes. We've done industrial design, product design. Let's see here. Our logo, and both 2 logos. We're working on our business cards. It's all stuff like, we got through the design of the product as fast as we could, pretty much, and started working on the business side of it. And that's where we really started moving. We did the packaging, and we talked about packaging. And each of these topics, Brian went into some depth on what is eye-catching, or what the consumers want, or what the retail wants. It's just absolutely amazing, everything we've learned. And so I'll show you the progression of the designs. Let me see if I can find some of my old ones here. Oops. Here's my early sketches. Oh, shoot, hold on. So here's my latest design. I don't know why this. Which is one of my more final designs. But if I go back, trying to find an early one. I should have probably had this ready. I went from this, which, not looking too good, but, part of all this was learning Fiverr, learning how to hire people to do a lot of these 3D renders. And I can't believe, I look back 3 months ago, like I said, it feels like it was a year ago, because I feel like I've come so far with learning all this stuff. But I'm at a place now, I'm further along in 3 years than I've been in the last 20 years. I've probably learned more in the last 4 months about inventing than I have in the last 20 years. I just can't say enough about how much this has helped. And I recruit my friends to come in. I'm like, hey, come to the seminars, get in here. Even if you're not actually inventing a product, a lot of this stuff is applicable for businesses, like starting a business, starting an app, starting a website. So it's just absolutely amazing. I'm really thankful for Brian, and I'm excited because I'm moving forward and things are going to happen soon. So thank you.